Mapp v. Ohio was decided in 1961, and this case is important and famous for applying the exclusionary rule that was adopted in Weeks v. United States to the states themselves. Up until this point, the exclusionary rule was only applied at the federal level. In Wolf v. Colorado, which was decided in 1949, the U.S. Supreme Court said that the exclusionary rule would not be applied to all 50 states. However, it did say that the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment includes within it that central right to privacy of your person, of your belongings, of your things. But they left it up to the states to work out what the remedy would be if there was a violation of your due process under the 14th Amendment. In other words, the states had to decide on their own. And in general, the states did not have an exclusionary rule until Mapp v. Ohio. At that point, they had to all the states had to comply with the constitutional guidelines that had been established under the Fourth Amendment. Now, the facts of the case are very fascinating. You have Dalry Mapp. Some officers approached her house, said, we think there's somebody hiding out here that was involved in a bombing. And the bombing was at a house of a man named Don King, the boxing promoter, but that's another story. She said, do you have a warrant? They said no, and she said, you can't come in. Well, eventually they forced their way in, and she asked again if they had a warrant, and they showed a piece of paper. She grabbed it and stuffed it in her shirt, and of course they tackled her and got it back, and they searched the house, and they found a box of pornographic material which had been left there by a prior tenant. They used that material to prosecute her with possession of obscenity. She was convicted, and she appealed it to the U.S. Supreme Court. The U.S. Supreme Court goes back, looks at Wolf v. Colorado, and looks at all the decisions coming from Boyd and Weeks all the way up until the present, and decides that the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment includes within it the Fourth Amendment, and along with it, it includes the exclusionary rule that was established by Weeks. And so from that point forward, the exclusionary rule applies to all the states.